Good afternoon, everyone. Like and subscribe, and I hope you're all having a great day. So let's get straight to it. Kevin Samuels, when you really understand what he was doing, and it took me a while to catch on, you will understand that he is no different than a prosperity pastor. He's selling you nothing for something. He told us all that he was an image consultant, and YouTube is the perfect venue for a professional image consultant. Because if you can create an image that people will not only subscribe to, but watch day in and day out, you will make money because you're not offering anything of substance out of your pocket. What made me aware of what Kevin Samuels was doing and saying was that he never mentioned family. He never mentioned developing a family. In fact, everything he said was opposite to developing a family and would get a man of means, a high value man, in more trouble than anything else. He was telling a man to work hard, build up your wealth and capital, and then marry a woman who has nothing. Marry a woman who has nothing. That is the recipe in the United States for getting divorced and losing half of everything you have worked for. He would tell women, don't marry a man your age. He would tell men to work on your capital before getting married to a woman with basically nothing. But then he would say, don't marry a woman who brings nothing to the table. Now, which is it? Should you marry a woman with a college degree, making money who brings something to the table? Or should you marry a woman, I don't know, with a high school degree, a high school diploma, or a woman with a meaningless diploma? He never explained what was what. And women would constantly call in to get advice on what to do. And he never told any of them what to do, other than basically to be he was basically telling women to become gold diggers. He was telling 25-year-old women or 22-year-old women to find a man around 10 years older than them that has accomplished basically everything he wants in life. He has a house, car, money, and all these things. And he was telling them to seek these men out. The women who seek these men out, we call gold diggers. Now, leave me a message in a comment if you think he's telling women to be anything other than a gold digger with a diploma. But if a woman gets a diploma, but if a woman gets a college degree, if it's not in science, she's not a lawyer, then and she's a social worker because she cares about people, then it's a wasted degree. You should have got a man instead of going to college or whatever, or got a man as soon as you took the first thing flying with a decent, that was going to get a decent degree. However, if you got a decent degree and went on to get a master's and a PhD, then you wasted all your baby years and you're pretty much worthless. Now he was telling young men to forego marriage until you build up your wealth, which is going to take you, what, 10 years. So he's saying between the age of 25 and 35, do what? Be celibate? Or is he saying have sex with 304s? But then if you have sex with 304, you're not going to marry him. So for 25, for 10 years, you're just supposed to lead women on and dump them while you're building up your capital. So who are you going to be dating? 304s. And if a woman, I mean, the society he's creating is ridiculous. The reality of the situation is that women should marry men around their age based on that man's character. You have to take a chance on romance. The man and the woman has to take a chance on romance. Take your time and get to know each other. Discuss what it is you want to come from your relationship. What must the conclusion be? The conclusion to any relationship between a man and a woman is to be fruitful and multiply. To be fruitful and multiply. It is not about a man becoming rich and marrying a Stepford wife and then have children so that he looks at as a trophy to carry on his legacy. That is while, in the meanwhile, he cheats on their mother. The reality of the situation, when a man marries a woman, he must submit to his role as a provider and a protector. And nowhere in there does it say anything about high value men cheating on their wives. And if they're cheating on their wives, what are they doing? They're creating more 304s, which they are supposed to find beneath them and they shouldn't touch. So he's making no sense. None whatsoever. Cheating on your wife? That time should be spent raising your children with your wife. You shouldn't be out there chasing 304s with your wife at home taking care of the kids. I mean, what you're talking about is a sexual nanny. A sexual nanny. And if you out there cheating on your wife, don't tell me that you respect her and you out there cheating on her. That don't even make any sense. So if you marry a woman, you out there, she's got your kids and you out there cheating on her. And when she gets sick of it, she should divorce you, take the children, and take half your money too. You set yourself up for this. You can't expect her to be faithful to you, and you're not faithful to her. Let's talk about what submitting is. When a man marries a woman and he is going to provide and protect her, this also means the family. He is submitting to her and the family. He submits. When a woman marries a man, she submits to creating that family for him, for them. And they both have obligations to the family. And they are the family. When a man and woman marry and decide to have children, they have created a family. It doesn't matter, and it should not matter, who makes the most money. The money should go into the family pot. And the man should do the heavy lifting, and the woman should be doing the lighter lifting in the relationship as God intended this to be. A man and a woman should fit together like a puzzle. They are puzzle pieces, and they should fit together. And this is what's being called equally yoked. It's equally yoked. When you are equally yoked, you submit to the family by fulfilling your God-given roles. As society changes and rearranges, the roles change. You have to improvise. You have to improvise. If your woman is the main breadwinner of the family, and she's a nurse or whatever, which society needs, then the man, if he gets off earlier, never mind how much money he makes, he needs to make sure that those kids, when they get out of school, are fed and are taken care of. Now, if she's working 10 and 12 hours a day, then her food should be ready too. She can come home and wash dishes. Since he worked all day and took care of the kids, and she worked all day, then she can come home and her days are done until she washes the dishes, or maybe give the kids a bath, because they both deserve a time to rest. And so she gets the time to rest. The dinner is done. She can come home and cook and blah, blah, blah. And then he can sit down for a while. And then maybe he'll get the children ready for bed so that she can rest. You have to negotiate this. You have to improvise. And that's why you have to communicate. Communication is not talking about your favorite TV show. The impetus and the purpose of a relationship is family. Family comes first. If you're worrying about what's on the other side of the fence, whether the grass is greener on the other side of the fence, it's your fault. The grass is not green on your side of the fence because you are a part of what goes on your side of the fence. If something is wrong on your side of the fence, you have to take responsibility for that too. Don't expect to just jump over on the other side of the fence in somebody's life, bringing your baggage from a previous marriage that was unsuccessful, thinking that now all of a sudden you can just come over here and do what? Sit back and do what? Just sit back and do what you did on your side of the fence? Don't work like that. I'm going to close by saying this. Kevin Samuels said that a 10 would be someone that designers, fashion magazines, movie producing directors would be looking for. But he said the highest he rated a woman was what? I think an 8.5. But yet and still he calls himself a 10. What movie producers and directors were looking for him? Even after he became successful, I didn't see anybody putting him in any movies. Did you? So with that, I'm going to end. But the most important thing I want to say is that God said, be fruitful and multiply. And he made men and women to lock in so that they could be fruitful and multiply. He made them equally yoked based upon their nature, which is what which is the characteristics they bring to the relationship. A man does the heavy lifting. A woman is made to do the lighter lifting and to bring forth the child from the man's seed. His submission is provide and protect. Her her submission is having the child and nurturing and keeping the family bonded. Now, as time change and rearrange due to the money and the outside obligations of working, which couples have to do nowadays, it changes the nature of the family. This is something that the man and woman should sit down and discuss so that they can keep the family functioning. Now, if the grass is greener on the other side of the fence, it means that you are not taking care of the grass on your side of the fence. There is no such thing as outgrowing a person if you are in a relationship. Because my question is, are you outgrowing your family? When you say you outgrow your husband or you outgrow your wife, then you are saying you are outgrowing your family. There is a problem in your family, and this should be talked about and negotiated. But one thing that you have to be mindful of, don't make bad choices. Don't make bad choices. When you're going to enter into a relationship, make sure that you have the same goals in mind. And if you have the same goals in mind, then the grass can't be greener on the other side. If you are taking care of what you got married to do or signed in to do. It's just as simple as that. And with that, like and subscribe and have a nice day. And I'll see you around. By the way, my lights went off. They were off for like 4 days. Oh well, but they're back on and everything's back to normal. There was no flooding or any damage like that. Seems like the lights always go off over here. With that, like and subscribe. Have a nice day, and I'll catch you later on.